Finally, supporters of the two worlds, Apple and Samsung, have a new reason to argue. This battle has been planned for a long time, and many have become bored without figuring out which is better. Apple and Samsung is already time to fight in an objective comparison. Everyone knows that the Galaxy S21 Ultra is currently the best in the Android world. It has crazy screen resolution, unique cameras, powerful performance at a very reasonable price. Its competitor, the iPhone 13 Pro Max, entered the arena only a few days ago. Apple, as usual, held a presentation where it showed its best flagship and other new products. Let's in this video compare the two best representatives of both worlds and find out what to choose. Design. What do the design of the iPhone 13 Pro Max and the Galaxy S21 Ultra have in common? Of course, both devices have premium build quality and materials. At the same time, if you compare them to their predecessors, the iPhone 13 has not received major changes and looks almost the same as its predecessor, but internally it's a completely different device. At the same time, the S21 Ultra introduces a new design of the rear camera unit, harmoniously flowing into the frame of the device. Of course, this is a matter of taste. Display. For the past few years, Samsung has been the leading manufacturer and rightfully holds the title of leader in the development and production of OLED panels. At the same time, the iPhone uses OLED panels made by Samsung. This year, the novelty from Apple iPhone 13 Pro Max offered its fans one of the most exciting features, a fast refresh rate of 120 Hz. Although Samsung introduced this update back in 2020 for the Galaxy. So both phones now feature an adaptive refresh rate which will be able to adjust to the content displayed on the display. Display specifications. The display size of the S21 Ultra is 6.8 inches, the iPhone 13 Pro Max is 6.7 inches. Also, Samsung's screen resolution is higher, 3200 by 1440 versus 2778 times 1284. Another characteristic, pixel density per inch. Samsung has 521 ppi, and Apple has 457 ppi. The difference is insignificant, only about 10%, so visually it is hardly noticeable. Another important difference is that the S21 Ultra supports an accessory that many people need, the S Pen, which the iPhone does not have and does not plan to have. Not everyone, of course, will need it in real life, but the presence of this option adds a plus to the Samsung phone. The S21 does not refuse to use the fingerprint. Here it is represented by a second-generation Qualcomm device. The iPhone abandoned the feature a few models ago and never introduced updated Touch ID this year, leaving only Face ID, which is much more reliable than Samsung's front-facing camera facial recognition. As a summary of the display comparison, we can say that the iPhone 13 Pro Max has almost caught up with Samsung's quality, but it's still inferior to Samsung's flagship solution in some features. Camera. The models being compared have a main camera and an ultra-wide-angle camera. Here we immediately see a significant difference. The iPhone has only one zoom lens with 3 optical zooms. The Galaxy has 2, one the same as Apple's and the other with 10 times zoom, which naturally gives a completely different range and quality for long-range photography. Despite the fact that the iPhone's main camera has 12 megapixels, which is more than Samsung's 2 megapixels, do not pay attention to this difference. What is more important here is the size of the sensor. Samsung outperforms Apple here. However, the iPhone 13 Pro Max has a more light-sensitive sensor, which blurs the background more and you can get more light in low-light conditions. The iPhone has more advanced matrix stabilization, while Samsung has optical stabilization. The iPhone 13 Pro Max has an LiDAR scanner, which is used for augmented reality. The Galaxy does not have a similar sensor. Instead, there is only laser autofocus. Video capabilities do not have a particular important difference. 4K 60fps, Galaxy can do super slow-mo video in HD resolution, which most users liked. The iPhone is limited to 240 FPS in Full HD. The selfie cameras don't vary either. Video recording functions. Both models offer their own unique video recording features. Following the S21 Ultra, the 13 Pro Max also introduced its own version of Movie Mode, which is radically different. Samsung offered to record video at once from the front and rear cameras. In the iPhone is a kind of portrait video mode, where the focus allows a face and focuses from the foreground and background and vice versa, depending on what's going on. The iPhone also features ProRes video recording, a higher fidelity format that gives you more options when editing your videos. This feature is not yet available in Galaxy phones. Samsung is complemented with the multicam mode, a convenient function. For 10 to 15 seconds, the phone shoots video and photos from all cameras, and then the set of photos and video is displayed. The iPhone devices do not have such a function. Performance. Apple has long been a leader in this area. The iPhone 13 Pro Max has a new A15 Bionic chip, and the S21 Ultra Exynos 2100, which even the previous generation Bionic could barely keep up with. The Galaxy has 12GB of RAM compared to the iPhone's 6GB, so you can leave more apps open in the background. Battery. The iPhone 13 Pro Max got a bigger battery, which gives an extra 2.5 hours of life compared to the previous model. The S21 Ultra has a 5000 mAh battery, which gives excellent battery life. A charger is not included with both models. The iPhone has a Lightning port for charging, while the rest of the world is unified to USB-C.